Hello guys, welcome to Tech in Telugu. Today we are discussing about the IC engine and different types of parts and what are the different types of material to make it. Okay, so IC engine means internal combustion engine. The combustion process takes place inside of the cylinder is called as a internal combustion engine. An internal combustion engine, and where we can use the internal combustion engine means, so all types of vehicle we can use the internal combustion engines only. So here we can see the internal combustion engine diagram, and these are the parts of the internal combustion engine. So one to each one we can discussing about now. So first we should discussing about the inlet wall. Inlet wall means the air fuel mixture is entered to the inside of the cylinder through a inlet wall. So that is the purpose of inlet wall. So which is used to allow the air fuel mixture into the cylinder or the combustion chamber, and the inlet wall is made by the nickel chromium material. So the inlet wall is the purpose of to allow the air fuel mixture into the combustion chamber, and the inlet wall is made by the nickel chromium. And same thing the exhaust wall. So exhaust valve means the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, the combustion process is produced by the movement of piston. So then the hot flue gases will be developing. That hot flue gases is exhaust from the or releasing from the exhaust valve. So that is the purpose of exhaust valve. The exhaust valve purpose is to removing or to releasing the exhaust gases or the hot fuel gases into the cylinder. So then see the exhaust valve is made by the silicon chromium material. So the exhaust valve is made by the silicon chromium material. And next one is top dead center. The top dead center means, so dead center means there is a no motion of the piston. There is a no motion of the piston is called as a dead center. So whenever the piston is moved into the upward direction, so here the piston is reached to the topmost position, the extreme position at the top of the cylinder. So then that position is called as a top dead center. So in the position there is a no motion of the piston, and same thing the piston is reached to the downward position or the extreme position at the down of the cylinder. So here there is a no motion of the piston. So then that position is called as a bottom dead center. And this one is the pinion. The pinion means the pinion is used to connect the piston and connecting rod. The piston is used to connect the piston and connecting rod. And same thing the connecting rod is used to connecting the crank and crankshaft. The connecting rod is used to connecting the crank and crankshaft. Okay. And next, cylinder head. The cylinder head is the top position of the cylinder. So here in the cylinder head the inlet wall and exhaust walls are located. And same thing, so here if suppose the petrol engine is, the ignition will be there, and same thing if suppose there is a diesel engine, the fuel injector will be there. Okay. And here we can see the piston rings, and this is the piston ring, upward piston ring, and this is the downward piston ring. So piston ring means which is sealed between the cylinder valves and pistons. So which is sealed between the cylinder valves and piston. So whenever the combustion process is occur inside of the cylinder, so the hot flue gases is do not moving to the combustion chamber. So it is by the piston rings. So ఇక్కడ seal చేయబడి ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి after the combustion process the hot flue gases is do not moving to the downward direction. And same thing here the oil rings also there. So whenever the oil is coming to the cylinder, which is do not allow to the combustion chamber. And the piston rings are made by the carbon, either cast iron. So that is the material to use that. And here the piston rings are using the steel silicon graphite. So here the piston rings are made by the steel silicon graphite. Why it is graphite material used means the graphite is having the very soft nature. So that's why we can using the steel silicon graphite. and cylinder head is made by the cast iron, either aluminum. Okay. Next, crankshaft. The crankshaft. So here the crankshaft is there. The crankshaft is made by the forged steel. So forged steel means it is a very strong material. So why it is using the strong material means the piston is moving to the upward direction. Upward direction means either if the crank is having the tensile and compressive load strength. So that's why we can using the forged steel material. So whenever it is moving to the upward direction, it is like a elongation. That means tensile force is occur. So whenever it is moving to the downward position, the compressive load is occur. So that's why we can using the very strong material, that is a forged steel. Okay. So these are the engine and what are the different types of parts, and these are the material to use it